I am DC with DH. DH has finally got the hamster woke up.
Yes, had to wake that hamster up, folks. Thank you for
And
joining in again as
man, you're
always.
talking about a fast Wi-Fi, man. You better check into. I think they
Dude,
sold you a bill of goods.
we got that fiber optic Wi-Fi, dude. We're in good shape here.
Right, you can see through it.
It's a little bit of user error, but we won't go through that.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
All right, folks, you joining us in on
Hello,
D&D
world.
Dynamite
This is
80s
Ken from
again.
Fiction
Thank you for
Factory.
joining in.
You're listening to DC.
Let me know when you get us
DH
live
on the
here.
D&D Dynamite 80s podcast.
They have been best friends since childhood, played the same sports, attended the same schools, and now they even teach together. You're listening to DC and DH on the D&D Dynamite 80s podcast. So guys, take it away.
All right, ladies and
Yes, yes, yes,
gentlemen,
yes.
welcome in to another episode of D&D Dynamite 80s. I'm DH.
I am DC.
And we're here to take you on another fantastic look back at the 80s. A little bit different tonight. Tonight's more of an update show. We do have a special guest. We do have some breaking news on tomorrow night, the regular Wednesday night show. Unfortunately, our guests for tomorrow night have had some complications.
They're going to
and
reschedule,
they're
I
gonna
think, in
reschedule.
September. Yeah,
so we'll
sometime
get
in
them
September.
rescheduled. So we're going to call this our vacation, DC. This is our vacation week.
Hey, when you got one that's trying to get married off, and it's a busy time in the house. I'm telling
Oh,
you. From
I'm
here,
telling you, yeah.
from
You got
here
your
on
hands
until
full.
Saturday, it's going to be nonstop trying to get her married. So
You got
it
your
worked.
hands
It worked
full,
out
that's for
nice.
sure.
It worked out nice.
Yeah, you've got your hands full, folks. Now remember, you can join us on TikTok. You can join us on YouTube. Make sure you throw those chats in there, and we'll give your comments out. DC, we got somebody famous here with us.
Talk to me.
Dude. This
Who
is
we
the
got?
original. This is the original OG. This is our first ever fan when we first started. You remember when we started back with the
With the five, she listened to that crap that we had
Yes.
on the $5 mic.
yes,
Really?
yes.
Oh my gosh!
and
What a
she said we
trooper!
were- She said we were better back then when she couldn't see us than we are
Well,
now.
yeah, no, that's true. Yeah,
But-
numbers have dropped off after they're seeing faces.
Yeah, especially yours. I mean, you know,
know
it kind of just happened.
know
you
it.
know? But hey,
Yeah,
listen,
that's
this
the way it
this is really
works.
cool because she's a teacher also.
Right?
And we were kind of talking a little bit today, and she's the same age as us, which I won't tell her age, but we're 55, so I won't tell her age though.
She's holding it a lot better than us.
I think everybody's holding it better than us
They
right now.
are. They are. Yes.
Ooh,
Yes,
what
sir.
happened there? So without further ado, I'm going to let her introduce herself. I'm going to put her on the spotlight here.
Yeah. Let her
Go
be
ahead
on.
and tell us who you is.
Hi guys, I'm Nancy from Ohio.
Nancy from Ohio, the original Buckeye fan.
Yes.
We're not even holding that against her.
No.
So she's a little in awe of the stardom she's here with, you know, DC. I mean, we get that. We can understand that.
Right.
But
You're in
before we-
freeze mode, by the way.
Are we
'Cause
free?
of that one. There you go. That wonderful Wi-Fi you got.
Man, I'm telling you, we are like just
You were
raining
frozen in
leaves.
time.
Dude, you know, we can't afford them big bucks Wi-Fi. My hamster's getting tired of it.
No.
Hey, before we get started, DC, let me go ahead and ask you, man, how was your week this week?
Busy.
It don't matter how your week was. We're
I
going to
know
move
it.
on.
That's why I wanted to slide that in real quick
Yeah.
before you
I'm-
cut me off on it.
And I'm guessing since you're busy this weekend, this whole week, Waffle House on Friday, we're gonna postpone that. This
Yeah,
week.
that'll have to be a negatory, or I
Well,
might be in trouble.
We'll ask our special guest the question we always ask
Oh yeah,
on the
yeah,
competition. Just
absolutely.
see where that lays.
Yeah.
But let's just jump right in. So she was actually in Ohio
Mhm.
while we were in high school here in Tennessee. So we're going to talk just a little bit. I thought it'd be fun to see if there was any differences from Ohio versus Tennessee high school years in the 80s.
Sounds good.
So what did y'all do back in the 80s in high school?
I think pretty much the same thing you guys did. Hung
Oh.
out with
Well, if we
friends.
did that, we couldn't have a clean show.
Right.
If we discussed all that.
We don't talk about that.
No, that's why we asked other people.
All right. That's why we're asking you. I mean, you know, I know one of the big things in Ohio was walking around gathering little Buckeyes. I mean, I know y'all did that. So what was a typical day like? Just tell us about a typical day.
Went to school, hung out with friends, you know, that part-time job, sports.
So where was your
Friday
first-
night football.
Where was your first part?
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
First first job was working at the public library in my little hometown. So
Wow. Okay.
delving those books.
Cool.
Yeah, real excitement, right? But
Yeah, that's
it was
pretty cool
fun.
though. That is pretty cool.
You can grab your favorite book before someone else,
You
tried to get
pay
it out of
or,
there. So,
you know,
Or you can
hey,
do
I
that.
worked at the library when I was in college. So
I was gonna say, but
that was a pretty good gig.
you also worked around the high school, right?
I did. Yeah, I've done all kinds of odds and ends,
Yeah, you
kind
kind
of
of
unique
mowed or
things.
did some grass or something, right?
Oh yeah, waxed floors, painted, mowed a bunch of acres of grass.
Did you ever mow grass at the high school?
not at the high school.
So when you're working in a library now, this has to be exciting, DC. We're gonna go down this road for a minute.
Okay,
You're
let's go
working in a
down that
library.
one.
Look, you're working in a library in the 80s. What did you do?
Checked out books, shelved
Oh,
books.
is that what they called them then? Books. You checked out
Books. They were
books.
books, paper books. Yes. Oh,
So Sarah, if you're listening, she checked out books.
and there was this really new thing called a computer, and we got to play the Oregon Trail.
Oh, really? Did you have better
The
Wi-Fi?
Oregon Trail
Yeah, I know.
on
it
the old
was-
Commodore 64.
Yes, and a floppy disk.
DC, I
Yes.
think you used to play that like last week or something, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to get out to California.
So DC, you and I have talked about some things, and I'm just going to ask her, what was your favorite band of the 80s?
Oh, that's really hard, but I really liked Night Ranger a lot.
I like Night Ranger.
That's a great one. That's a
That-
great
that
one.
is a good band. That is a good band. And speaking of bands, DC, oh, wait a minute. We have something in on text message. They didn't have a public bathroom, so they went in a bucket in the alley in Ohio.
Okay.
Is that true?
That was not neat.
I would say some people here in Tennessee's done that too.
I think you've done that once or twice. I seem to remember
Probably.
a story similar.
Probably exactly. But it wasn't me. I was just there.
Yeah, you were just avoiding the river, the flow.
Exactly. Let's clarify that. I was not partaking.
Let's hope not.
Right. Exactly right.
So what was a typical Friday night like in the library in Ohio? Not necessarily the library, but just in general. What was a Friday night?
Well, yeah, the library was closed, so I was done with that. Went to the football games. After the games, we all went cruising, hung out at Pizza Hut, just hung out with friends.
This sounds kind of familiar.
Yeah.
It really does. That's kind of cool that you have two different states, but you kind of have the similar thing going. Did you cruise the Sonic?
We didn't have Sonic.
We didn't have a Sonic.
But
We
there's-
didn't either.
Yeah, we had one. Remember over on Lowry Street?
We did have a Sonic.
We did. Yep. Yep. It didn't
Yeah,
last.
I forgot
long.
about that one.
We used to cruise
It's not.
Kmart.
Yeah, it's not there now. It's not the
No.
original.
Did y'all ever
yeah.
cruise Kmart?
I believe we did have Kmart at one time, but we went from one end of town down the other down the main drag.
I bet
Okay.
she didn't play late night football in the Walmart parking lot.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Did
I
that a
may,
few times.
I
Yep.
may have thrown a few rolls of toilet paper in some trees.
I've never
Oh.
done that.
Honest truth.
Authorities in Ohio, did you hear that? We have the bandit now.
Would she still be under that? The law is probably gone now. What do they call
I don't
that?
think
When
I
it
don't
goes
think
away?
I don't think anything expires in Ohio. I think it just kind of keeps rolling.
Oh, okay.
DC, I want
After
to
you've done it, you gotta have it on there forever.
yes. One of
That's what you're
the
saying.
reasons I wanted to talk a little bit about high school is you did something really cool today.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you kind of tell us all about what went on today?
Yeah, my just to give you a little background, my parents have moved close to us. They sold their farm that they've had forever, and that was emotional breakdown of that deal, of course, for all of us. But anyway, it was time. They couldn't handle all the work that you do on a farm. That's for sure. With all of us gone now, but they held in there. What did I say they owned that property? 38 years, I think.
Yeah, it's been
something like
quite a
that.
while.
So anyway, they moved to town, and they happened to be right behind a retirement facility. It's kind of in their backyard proper, or you can kind of see it from their backyard. And anyway, one of my dad's, actually my dad's football coach, is a resident there. I think he's touching into 90s.
Yeah.
But in
That's
great, great mental shape. Very sharp guy. Very sharp guy. Interesting on him, DH. He actually was a baseball coach as well for years and years and years of his career,
And our
became.
principal.
No. This is another guy
Oh,
that
okay.
I'm
I thought
talking
you were talking
about.
about, okay.
No. Actually, he ended up being a scout for the majors
Oh, cool.
for the Middle Tennessee area for a number of years. But anyway, my dad goes out and sees him on a regular, but like once, twice a month, goes and visits. Well, anyway, our principal, now that I'm getting there to that
There
story
you
in a
go.
roundabout way,
Just
our
took you
principal happens
25
to
minutes.
be out there as well. And of course, my dad has known him most of his life as well. But he's known me personally all my life. And I worked for him, and of course, we went to school there and all that good stuff. So anyway, I want to tell you this: he's in a hell of a lot better condition than we are and he's in his mid to going towards late 80s.
Well, I also heard that he threatened to paddle you again today.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Just for old time.
Well, yeah, if I didn't come back to see him pretty soon. So anyway, yeah, let me pop a picture.
Yeah, pop that up for us.
Can you see it?
I
Or you
can
can't
now.
see?
I can on TikTok now. Yep. Yeah, we see it over here.
Okay, there you go.
Man, he looks younger than we do.
You darn right. He's in better shape than I am.
What are we doing wrong?
I don't know. But
We're
he
gonna
was
have to
tickled to
figure that one
death,
out.
by the way. I'm going to throw out one of our sponsors there. Nesting Project, who we'll talk about here in a little while, actually did that monogram hat for me.
Hey, yeah, that's awesome. Yes. Nesting
That's the
Project.
old school S. You know that, do you,
Yes.
DH?
Yes.
And
give you
Coach
one.
there, I call him Coach or Mr. Rakes. Mr. Rakes has the newer S on, by the way, kind of ironically. He didn't know I was coming. I surprised him, and we had a great visit. So there you
Hey,
go.
We have a comment from user 74353967367BR549. Hot guest star.
Gesundheit.
Hopes, yeah, it says hot guest star. Hope she's single. I'm not sure if she's single and ready to mingle because there might be there might be some complications there. I'm not sure.
There
We're
you
not
go.
sure of that status at the current time. But
Right?
let's go back. Let's talk about something that she brought up. So one of her favorite bands, Night Ranger, right?
hmm
They were a really good band. So let's kind of look in that genre of those bands. That's kind of all right. Now let's just be honest. Would you call Night Ranger a top tier band like a Van Halen or a Motley
No.
Crue? So they're kind of on that
Mid level.
mid level. A great band, a lot more hits than I ever had.
Oh, yeah. They're a little bit more talented than I am.
Very, very little, but no, they are a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm being silly.
but let's
But
kind of talk
no,
about
very,
bands.
very good band.
Let's talk about bands in that range that they do have a following. They do have people that they are their favorite band to, but they're not quite that Van Halen, Motley Crue type level. One of the bands I can think of when you're looking at that is you have to look at. I just totally went blank, so I'm stalling while it comes back to me here for a minute.
You wanna
Whitesnake.
tell me mine?
Yes, Whitesnake. What do you think?
hmm Yeah,
White Plains is okay, yeah.
yeah, they would kind of fall in that range.
I think they would.
I'll tell you, mine is Foreigner
Foreigner. Yep. Cinderella.
or Styx,
Styx. Yep.
kind
I
of that
would,
mid tier.
I would say Bon Jovi, but for me, that's a little below the mid.
And you're not going to get, yeah. Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of folks that's not going to agree with that.
Oh, there's a ton that won't, and that's
Yeah.
okay. They can all be wrong. So it's totally okay.
Now, now John's watching us live tonight as well.
Yeah, well,
So you hurt his feelings.
well, John, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I mean, you've showed a lot more hits than I have. Let me just say
So
that.
any comment negative about this show, John,
Goes to Nancy.
sends to DH
Nancy told me to say that.
because I'm a fan of yours.
Nancy told me to say that. But what about rap? Would you put them on that level, or where would you put rap?
Yes.
You think they'd be on that level,
Yes.
kind of in that range? I mean,
Because they
very
opened for
successful
George
bands.
Jones. They've opened for Conway Twitty.
Yeah,
Anybody, when they came to Nashville, they would open. It didn't even have to be a rock group.
you know, the cool thing is next week D&D Dynamite 80s with special guest star opening Rat.
Rat. We're going to have Rat. Now, don't go spreading that all over the internet. That
No,
live
'cause we're
around.
not.
Then we'll
We're
get in
not.
trouble. Not that we wouldn't have them on, but
Oh, we'd love to. I mean, hey, amazing group. I love their music.
so if anybody's out there that knows somebody in that bunch, give them a holler to us. Yeah. For
But
sure.
let me say this now, we're not knocking any band because they were all successful. I'm just talking about you have like
Well, just not on air. You're not.
yeah, no. You have like your mega band, Van Halen and all that.
Right.
Not everybody can achieve that, but what they achieved was great. I have one for you though. Now I want you to put some thought into this one. Guns N' Roses, would you put them on that level or would you bump them up the level?
They're above that.
You think so?
Yeah. To a lot of people, they're probably above that. So I have to go above that.
What do you think?
I agree.
Above it? I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I just the thought. I mean, I like their music too, but
Yeah. Now I know they're different. Look, it's a different kind of music than Van Halen, but they're not a Van Halen.
no, but
But they're on that tier.
they're on that tier. I would say, yeah, I would definitely say they were.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I guess the mega bands, and then, I mean, they're all very successful.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
here's one: Men Without Hats, got to be on that top tier. Safe to dance.
Right.
So safe to dance.
There's very few people on here that probably knew what you were talking about. I knew.
Hey. Look, we can dance if we want to.
Right.
I mean, but you got to admit the iconicness of that one song. Come on, you got to give them something.
There's a lot of those groups with the one-hit wonders.
Yeah, like really think about this. I mean, if you think about it, think about
Can
Adam
you
Ant.
think of another song they've done?
Not right offhand. I really can't.
I have zero idea of another.
Wait a
song.
minute. Who sings that? Come on, Eileen. Eileen
No.
Delouray. Who
That's
sings that?
the what is that bunch?
That you don't even know either.
Somebody out there that's following us.
Nancy, tell us. Who is
It's a
that?
weird name. You would put me on the spot. You remember? I remember the video. Remember they were
do
all
too,
in
yeah.
overalls.
Yeah, I remember that. That's why I wondered if it was them. I couldn't remember who it was.
No, it wasn't them. Somebody will know out there in
Yeah,
in
we're
the Wi-Fi world.
we can kind of tell it's not our normal Wednesday night because some of our normals are not joining in tonight. We probably, but that's okay. Hopefully they'll see this and understand we're not going to be out on Wednesday, but it's all good.
Right.
Who was that? Come on, Blu-ray.
Starts. It's something with a D.
Only thing I can think of is Depeche Mode. I know that's not them.
No, that's not them.
What about David Smith says Dixie's Midnight Runners. There you go. Thank you, David.
Thank you,
David.
thank you.
For joining in.
I was kind of right with a D.
Yes, we would have been talking about that for the next 30 minutes and probably thinking
We
about it. all
appreciate
night if you
that.
hadn't came
Who was
in.
that
Yes.
again?
David Smith came in and saved the day.
David
on
Smith.
that.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yes. Dixie's Midnight Runners. Awesome.
That's it.
All right. Awesome.
That is it.
So what
I just
about
remember those ugly overalls.
there was a group. What was they called? It was a guy and a girl. Eurythmics. Where would you put them on that platform?
They're midterm. They're at the midterm.
Oh,
They're
we also
mid-tier.
have the user 74353967367 on TikTok also confirmed it was Dixie's Midnight Runners.
Thank
So
you very
we
much.
had
Thank
two
you very much.
confirmations
Thank
on
you very
that.
much. You know who we need is what is oh geez, I can't think of that guy's
Our brains are
Jenny.
not kicking in.
Jenny. Tommy Two-Tone.
Yeah,
8675309. That's who somebody needs to get in there on.
yeah.
That needs to be their cosign.
What about now? This one, I'm gonna put this one out there.
Now, if we get an 8675309, it may be Tommy Two-Tone.
it could be.
He's going
I'm gonna-
incognito on us.
I want to see y'all's opinion on this one now, okay? Because this one, I don't really know where I would put him at. What about Rick Springfield?
He's mid
You
tier.
think mid? Is that where you go?
Yeah.
Nancy said high mid. I guess you
Okay.
can hear.
Well, now that's probably on the guy side of things.
Yeah, see, I would probably rate him lower.
That's why it's the low mid tier for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of me too. I'm kind of like,
Because back in the day, he was it.
But
He was
but
the soap opera star. Did he play a doctor? She'd know. He was on General Hospital, but I don't know if
really,
he played a doctor. He may have played a person that cleaned up and stuff. I don't know. Who knows? No, that wouldn't be too good of TV
I'm going to tell you
stuff,
one.
would it?
Uh,
I bet he was a doctor.
David Smith said again, amazing live. So yes, Rick Springfield. I did see him live once. He is an amazing musician and puts on a great show. I agree
Never
with
have
you about
seen
that.
him. He's still rocking it. He was in Nashville not long ago.
He came
Played
to
at the,
Nashville.
Ryman.
This was in the 80s. He came to Nashville, and the person that opened up for him, I want to say it was Patty Smythe, the I Am the Warrior.
Or it was Rat.
Yeah, right. They were backstage warming up. So, but hey, what about this one? Now, you said because of Rick Springfield, and you said it's kind of lower middle because of the male thing and all of that. I want to hear your thoughts on Bruce Springsteen. I mean, that's got to be top. You got to be top
Well,
level.
that's a different topic than Rick Springfield. So that's top.
That's top. Yeah. See, I agree with that. So I just wanted to see if it was like something consistent with you there, that you had a bias or
Well, I'm
something.
never consistent, but in this, well, consistently wrong.
Consistently wrong.
But
yes.
yes, but
Yeah.
but in that deal, that's no question. That's a no-brainer to me.
What about now? This is going to be a tough one. What about Billy Idol? Where would you put him? Top, mid, low?
He's mid.
Think mid. See, I'm a little higher on Billy Idol. I
I
think.
agree with
Yeah, I like
There you
Billy
go.
Idol.
Yeah.
I really think he's a
Oh, I
little.
do too. I'm just thinking overall. What people
He played. Hey, Rick Springfield played Dr. Noah Drake, MD, on General Hospital. Again,
Bing bang.
again,
was
and I'm
correct.
just going to say that's from Sarah Lipscomb. I'm just going to say it.
Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate that. I thought I was right on that, but wasn't sure.
I had no idea. I didn't watch General Hospital, so that would be a you thing.
Neither did
guess.
I was a guiding.
No, it stayed more
Guiding
on. What did it stay? And here's the thing: we had the 3 channels, being the farm
Yeah,
kids,
2, 4, and 5.
and you'd had to stand on your head for some of those to be clear at times.
Hey, you
but
remember how we,
anyway, and my parents still do that. Zero cable ever in their life.
you remember
Drives
how
me
we-
nuts.
You remember how we thought we were big time when we got like Fox 17 and Channel 8 and Channel 30?
Well, it was big time when you got cable and I could hang it out at your house all the time.
Oh yeah, we used to watch MTV all night. It didn't matter.
ESPN was awesome, and that
We
was
would
right up
stay-
our alley.
We'd stay up
Watch
to
the
midnight
Braves.
just to make
You
sure it
could
didn't
watch the
go off.
Braves on
Yeah.
TBS anytime you needed them.
Yeah.
That was the great times. Yeah. So since your house was close and you had it, of course, that's where I lived.
Yeah, we would just hung out and have
I
fun.
took my
That's
meals
what
and
we did.
everything at your house.
All right. So what about, where would you put Ted Nugent on that run? Now
I-
mean, he's 70s, early 80s
Yeah.
more, but
Yeah, he's not even an 80s
yeah. Well, I
contributor
mean,
to
he's
me
still-
personally.
he did still have some songs in the 80s.
Sorry about that,
Still-
Ted.
Yeah, he's still playing.
Ted
today.
watches too.
So just rate him anyway. Your cat's barking. That's unique.
No, we got a whole house of animals. So these are animals that don't belong to me that I'm having to be patient with.
So let's go back to Nugent. Where are you going to put him?
He would probably be mid-tier.
Mid tier? Yeah,
Mhm.
I could probably see that. Name a band? I'm naming all these bands. You name something. You're our special guest star. That was the librarian in the 80s.
Well, you already said Foreigner.
I love putting people on the spot.
Yeah.
Let's just both stare at
Well, I
him
got
while she
another
thinks.
one for you
All right, let's hear it.
that I seen a few years back, first time ever. Loverboy.
Loverboy.
I would say probably mid tier. We got a
Yeah.
text message in. What about Journey? Oh, that's a good one.
Journey. Journey.
Oh,
See,
that's-
I would put
That's no brainer.
I put Journey
That's
on
high
top.
tier.
Up top.
Yep.
I would have to put Journey up top. That's a good suggestion. I put
Well,
that one
and
up top.
And here's the thing about a band like them: they dominated 70s and 80s.
Here's the thing though.
70s and 80s
Here's the
domination.
thing. The ultimate. Where are you going to put D&D Dynamite 80s? Dude, we're like way down.
Let's see what kind of responses you get on that.
You would hear, I'm sorry, our scale does not go that low.
There you go.
Polar Bear has joined in on TikTok. Thank you, Polar Bear, for joining in.
Awesome. I have a polar bear here.
Do you? Oh, you have a polo. That's true.
Polo. I call it. That's his nickname, Polar Bear.
There you go. All right. Well, DC, we got a lot of great things coming up too. So I'm gonna give you a chance to ask our guests a couple of questions before we get into that. What you got for them?
Yes.
We already know that somebody's asked if she's single and ready to mingle.
There you go.
John Cougar Mellencamp.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah, I would put John Cougar. He's probably
That's-
going to go top level for
That's
me.
top tier for me.
I like John Cougar. Now, are you going with John Mellencamp, John Cougar, or John Cougar Mellencamp? Depends on which artist you're going with.
Well, that's why he did that, where he could cover all the ranges,
Yes. Look, she
all the
knocked
levels. He
everything.
wouldn't be, that way he is not left out. That's actually pretty smart marketing on his part.
That really is. I mean, he's got
Think
it
about
all
it.
covered.
That way, like, everybody thinks they're getting like a different kind of variety.
Yes,
That's-
and it's the same guy.
It's the
Oh.
same guy.
We have a special request coming in for our guest to tell her joke. So we're going to hear the joke of the day.
Where do all the watermelons go in the summer?
Oh man.
Don't think too hard.
Yeah, this is a total dad joke. So. John Cougar Mellencamp.
John, if you're out there listening, you can use that in your next performance.
Yes. And thank you for supplying a camp for wayward watermelons. That was something I was very concerned about, was watermelons going down the wrong path. Thank
Right.
you for providing that outlet
For
for
their
the
lonesome,
watermelons
yes.
to make sure they get the proper education.
And they're not lonely.
Right, and they don't become cantaloupes. So thank you for doing that. David Smith just gave us a sign of a watermelon. He liked the joke too. Thank you, David. Hey, maybe we should have Nancy on every week as a joke of the week, and she could just come on and tell a joke.
Yeah, we'll just have her on. Yeah, we'll get, since she's
New
living-
segment.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just
But,
have
yeah.
her come in on the phone.
Yeah. So hey, DC, we've got a lot of great things coming up, brother. And I know
do.
we're starting to run a little bit over here, but why don't you go ahead? Let's kind of fill out our calendar and kind of tell everybody what we're doing the next few weeks, and then
Yeah, we'll
we'll kinda come back and-
well, let's do this because we're going to take off July the 5th. So
Yes.
let's talk about everything up to July 5th. How about it?
let's do it.
All right. So next, not this Wednesday.
Right. Remember,
no-
folks,
no
this
show.
Wednesday, no show this Wednesday, folks.
No show.
Sorry. I know you're
They're
going to miss
gonna-
this.
Barracuda, which is a Heart tribute band out of Nashville, our
Yes.
area. They're going to reschedule in September with me.
Yeah.
So the deal is next week, another native to Nashville, Mr. Chris Salisbury.
Yep.
Who runs Clean Life. We're going
Yep,
to do
gonna
a
be a
totally
great
different
show.
kind of show. It's a profit-free organization, and his organization helps the homeless in Nashville.
Yeah, it's going to be a great
Um,
show.
Get on the YouTube, get on TikTok, get on all that stuff, and just watch what he does and tries to change these lives of people that are just bad off, trying to help some people out.
Sometimes we all need a
Trying to
hand.
help the humanity. And
Yes.
he's just a cool guy. He's going to get on and talk about that, and hopefully we can help him raise a little money for his project. So that's
Nancy
next
says
week.
she's donating a nickel.
All right. He'll take it, I'm sure.
Hey,
Then I'm excited about this one. We got this one kind of wrapped up in the bag the other day. June 23rd.
Oh, yeah.
23rd. We're going to be on 1:00 p.m. 1:00
yes,
p.m.
special show
Special
With a great-
remote. Yeah, we're going
with
to
a
be
special guest.
yes, and so we're going to be doing that show remotely. Hopefully, we do it okay where we're asked back at some point.
Yes. So we are going
And
to
we
do a
don't lose
live show,
people.
folks, on site. So
Yeah,
it's going to be at
yeah.
one of our sponsors.
yeah, the great
we're
folks at
excited.
Nesting Project. They can take care of all your needs with your monogramming. They do T-shirts. They print T-shirts. They can do stationery. Anything with printing, these folks can handle it for you,
And-
and they'll
and you
send it
know-
out anywhere in the country for you.
And you know why we decided to do it?
fantastic.
Because they got food trucks there, and anywhere there's food trucks,
There you go.
we're gonna be.
Yeah. Nicole, who runs that
And
wonderful place, wanted us to come on Food Truck Day, so we made that happen.
yes,
And
and a
hey,
very special guest that
oh
day.
my gosh, Lieutenant Kurt Watson. This is going to be a special one for you as well, DH. Is a Ball for life.
Yes,
He was a great, outstanding Tennessee Volunteer football player. Played in the NFL for a few years with, I believe, Chicago and New Orleans is the two teams he played for.
Mhm.
But he got out of the NFL, went into the Navy, was accepted in their flight program, became a Blue Angel,
yes,
did the Blue Angel thing for about 4 years. Met a guy named, I think the guy's name is Tom Cruise,
yes.
and actually gave Tom Cruise a
Somebody
flight
might
of
have-
his life.
They may have heard
And-
of him. I think
That's
he's
a
done some
movie. How many
commercials or
movies?
something.
Yes. So Mr. Watson's going to talk about that experience of taking him on his personal flight and helping kind of convince him to take the Top Gun role. Because as I hear the story, he got off the plane, he went right to the phone and said, "Yes, I want to do this movie."
Yeah, that's going to be
So
cool.
he's going to talk about that experience with him. That's pretty
Be a
cool stuff.
That's going to be a cool show.
But yeah, super great guy with a amazing career that he's had. Think
Yeah.
about the spectrum of things he's accomplished in his life. That's just unreal to me. By the way, he retired as one of the top pilots at FedEx
Yes,
as well. So anyway, he flew all the way to, I think they stop him at 65, and that's when he got out. So that's pretty cool stuff. So anyway, we're gonna have him on. He's excited about the show, and that's gonna be a good one. June 28th, to get back on Wednesdays, we'll have Miss Teresa Hayes. She's an actress that played in one of my all-time favorite movies, Valley Girl.
Yep.
She
I
played in
remember that
Valley
movie.
Girl.
You used
She
to talk
now
like that.
she now right. She now teaches acting, and she was in a ton of '80s TV series too.
Do-
So you look up
DC
Teresa Hayes, and you'll know who she is when you
Do
see
you
her.
think
picture.
she'll be able to help us, give us some acting tips, so we'll get a little better at
There
this
is
show?
nobody that can help us,
You're right.
but maybe Teresa can. I don't know. Maybe
we'll
Teresa
see.
Hayes can.
We'll see.
But anyway, that gets us to July 5th, where we're going to take a break.
Hey, folks, we got a lot of exciting. We're booked up into September now, so I want to thank everybody that's contacting us and agreeing to come on the show.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
really cool to be in year 3 and see how this thing's grown.
Of
course-
I'm sorry. Let me tell 2 others that popped on
Yes.
there
Go right ahead.
that I've got and firmed up in there, and that you may not even have known about. July 12th will be Donna McDaniel. She was one of the original backup singers with Motley Crue.
Yes.
She's also worked with Kenny Loggins, Billy Idol, and Toto.
Really cool.
So we're going to have her July 12th. And what was the other one then? Cindy Pickett is an actress that was in, she was Ferris Bueller's mom in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Bueller.
She
Bueller.
also was on Guiding Light for a long time.
You watched that, you said?
Yeah.
And she also was the mother and son-in-law.
Oh,
The movie
cool. Okay.
Son-in-Law.
Pauly Shore.
Mm-hmm.
Let's march on
Cindy
some
Pickett.
grande.
Cindy Pickett will be in. So we filled that slot. She'll be in on August the 9th. So yeah,
User
we got some-
74. Hey, user 7435 BR549 CR721 said save Ferris.
So yeah, we got some fun stuff coming up over
Yeah,
there.
it's going to be great. Let's go ahead. DC, we're getting to that time. We've actually went a little over tonight, so we'll go ahead and
All
start
right.
wrapping everything up. I know
Hey, we're in charge, so it's okay.
that's right. It don't matter. Time, we do our own thing.
You got
We
it.
are the bosses as long as your fiance and my wife doesn't tell us to do something different.
And I don't get the cut mark over here. So
Right. See, if you get the cut mark, you know it's time to go.
Well, I'll see you guys. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
folks, as we ended off, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to kind of wrap it up. I want to thank Nancy for joining us tonight.
Thank you,
She did a great
Nancy.
job.
appreciate your support.
Yes, the
Keep
OG
watching
fan.
the fools.
Yes, keep watching them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for another episode of D&D Dynamite 80s. Remember, you can find us on Anchor, Spotify, Breaker Radio, Radio Republic, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, on the TikTok, Facebook, website, D&D Dynamite 80s, and of course on Google Podcast. Basically, anywhere we can put our ugly faces, they're going to be there.
That they didn't take us down.
Yes. And as I always end it off before I throw it over to our sponsors in DC, folks, remember, it doesn't cost anything extra to be kind, so always be kind to each other.
Amen, brother. We would like to thank our sponsors, Hudson's Flags and More, veteran owned and operated, the Nesting Project of Smyrna, Tennessee, and our newest sponsor, PJG Marketing. You can find all these great folks online. Yes, you can.
Yes.
Nesting Project, here we come.
Yes.
June 23rd. And PJG Marketing is Miss Pam Green out of Texas. She does wonders with digital marketing.
Yes,
So
she's
check her
helped
out.
us
She can help you with
tremendously.
anything you need.
And she's actually coming on the show here soon, too. We've
She
got her booked a
is?
little later down.
Yeah, July 26th.
Yes, so it's going to be great. Well, folks, that's going to wrap it up for another one. DC, great show, brother. Hope you get everything done you need to get done. Hope the wedding goes off without any hitches. And listen, if you and Amy decide to get up there and just make it a double wedding, just let us know.
We'll do that. We may shock everybody, shock the world.
Wait, we can't end. We
Go
didn't
ahead.
ask the question for the breakfast at Waffle House. I'm
Go
going to give
ahead.
you the honors of asking it this week.
All right, Nancy. Who you going to go with? Prince, or Michael Jackson?
And Nancy, he said, are you going to vote for Prince or Michael Jackson? I'm not influencing you at all.
I'm not either.
Oh,
Prince or Michael Jackson. Just think of
Think
who's air
about the
conditioner.
whole spectrum. The whole
Oh, I
spectrum.
The whole
Okay.
spectrum.
I think I'm going to say Michael Jackson.
There. Oh, winner. Ding, 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 ding.
Well, I'm glad you got she was on this week and chose that because we're not meeting.
Right.
So that works.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hey.
Hey, no breakfast at Waffle House for me this week. Oh, man. That's all right. I'm going to put this one in the bank.
Okay. Put it on the tally sheet.
Yes.
Till we run out of room, I guess.
Yes. All right.
Once
Folks,
again,
that's gonna
guys, you've
do
been listening to the D&D Dynamite 80s out of
Yes.
Nashville, Tennessee. I am DC along with DH, and we appreciate you checking in with us. Once again, reminder, no show tomorrow night.
Yes. We will be back next week on, we'll do a pre-show, but then we'll be back on our normal Wednesdays
Mr.
as
Chris
well.
Salisbury.
And in the words of one of our illustrious listeners tonight, remember, folks, save Ferris.
Save Ferris. That's exactly right. And as DC always tells you, folks, keep playing them 80s.
See you next week.
See you guys. Thanks, Nancy.